1,000 souls will haunt this place forever.
Focus the boss.
Sorry, Sam.
Oh, by the way, the monster set from here, Ice Heart, is very good for stamina survivability situations. For example, Maelstrom, and also Magicka tanking, that kind of thing. So it gives you spell critical and gives you a very regular shield, larger than your sorcerer shield unless you've got one of the funky high health setups, and it does damage. It's quite good.
And she got infused as well.
There you go. Oh yeah, yeah.
What are you collecting?
So
No, I didn't.
the shoulder for that will drop from Glirian's chest also, because it's Difrost Keep, so you can it's another good set from the Glirian chest for a Magicka person.
I spoke it. Feel free to return. Soon, not exactly.
Because isn't the quest giver in ice if you're not on the quest? If I remember rightly. He's over here or something.
He's over here or something.
Because on my screen.
No, well, yeah, no, there was a.
I'm all good, thanks. I've got what I need for now.
Awesome. What's next?
That does, yeah. Shove it on if you haven't got a monster set. Gives you a nice bubble to stay in on a very regular basis. Yep.
That's the one.
Now, whenever I go to my little convenient house in Stugpop, there's always someone outside the door when I get out.
Yeah.
Get off my doorstep.
A really big dog. That's what you need.
Yeah. Well, the people outside the people on the doorstep often have a dog and a horse. Right. So we could do what are the other Spindle Clutch 2, Cradle of Shadows. Cradle of Shadows we'd do on normal, I imagine.
Just AFK for a minute, but yeah, we can discuss.
Yeah. But what that does mean is you can bring your little warden if you wanted to, or you could do it on that one. But it's up to you.
The lulls,
You probably need it on various characters, don't you? If we were to do that, we would be wise, I think, to have a tank. So, again, that's. I'm guessing you have no preference, Nick.
It's no odds, really. If it's not in Imperium, that I don't particularly need anything, really.
I expected
Okay, I'll
instead of there is
have
no
All of my
look.
characters have got the very least very passable kit and some quite good.
I can try some lull healing on my Argonian. He's definitely not DPS worthy.
Do you think it'll work? It probably would. Yeah, well, yeah. Give it a go. Or we can try it in Spindle Clutch first if you want. Although that's kind of not really a challenge on normal anyway, so you won't be able to tell, would you?
I'm at the marketplace now.
I'm just
I
logging in. I'm
haven't-
just logging in.
That's the head and shoulders you get from the Undaunted people. Where you get the head from the dungeon, the shoulders from the chest. That's a monster set.
So typically you've got enough room for 2 5-piece sets, including things like staffs that count as 2 items, and then 1 2-piece monster set, which gives you 2 5-piece sets, and 1 2-piece set. Because stuff like rings obviously counts in the set bonus as well, rings and necklaces. That's often the easiest bit to do. If you get yourself a set from a dungeon, then often if you get the other one and say like an area questing sort of dolmen, delves, whatever, then you can go to the dolmens. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's because they drop specific bits of a set, and the dolmens always drop in jewelry. So
He enrolled you in his grinding session, as it were.
Something like that.
And come for a grinding session.
7 hours, 43 minutes later. Give them Fish's usual drop rate on these things.
Oh, unbelievable.
I'm just checking whether I've done Cradle of Shadows on this character. I have not, so I'll bring my tank if that's okay. So yeah, you can try stamina healing if you want, Fish.
Yep, I'm going to do that now. Indeed.
Okay, so what we're doing then?
I'm healing.
Well, I think we're going to try Fish's Stamina Warden Healer. And so you
Okay.
can bring a Deeps if you want. If it doesn't work, obviously we'll have to switch it around. But
And okay, what instance we do?
Cradle of Shadows. An easy one.
I'm level 42, so it will obviously be abnormal. Only because it won't let me into veteran. I might even equip a healing staff. Not sure if I need to.
No, it's all good, thanks. Yeah, just get some mats out of it. Okay, I feel a sudden urge to get a glass of wine. Just logging on, and I shall grab one of those.
I use Ritual of Retribution as part of my tanky thing, so I'm kind of doing a healy thing on the ground all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So, well, it's not a massive heal, is it? It's 1,000 every 2 seconds, but it'll help.
Give me 2 minutes just to set up a healing tab for this.
You'll need to leave the defunct group you're in, don't you? So we can invite you to this one. Oh, I've got a box of goodies for coming. For getting winning the last PvP campaign. Got a spell strategist bit, but it's a dagger.
Ah, damn it! 'Cause I was going to say I wouldn't mind some spell strategist if you've got any spare on there.
Well, I'm still kind of building,
You're building one as
slowly
well.
building a kit, but I just keep getting things like battle axes and the spell strategist and that kind of nonsense. I bet Nick's deconstructed about 14 sets of it.
I know. I can just imagine. It's like, no! It's BOE though. They're good sellers. They're really good
Yeah,
sellers.
indeed. Really good sellers. Well, they first came out a couple of months ago, they were selling for like a staff you could sell for about 1.5 million gold or something.
Yeah. God damn it.
Anything that's best in stock on Outcast, you can sell for millions. We were saying that if in your PvP rewards, if you get any spell strategist stuff, you'll want to keep it or sell it. Is the restoration staff actually going to be useful to you, Fish?
I don't think it is. I do have
Because all the
oxygen and
skills on it will scale. Yeah, but they'll scale off Magicka, won't they? And
yeah,
you
exactly.
presumably not got anything in Magicka.
No, I think I might just stick with my normal setup, to be honest. Yeah, I'll do that instead.
Back.
Oh, I thought you were back a couple of minutes ago. I was saying stuff to you. Never mind.
No, sorry. Glass of wine turned into a gin and tonic, and it involved
Hey.
finding limes and ice and things, which is a bit more involved than pouring a glass.
Naturally. I hope you've got the right sort of tonic. Is it Mediterranean tonic?
It is, actually, yeah.
Not Schweppes.
No, it's Fever Tree Mediterranean.
Can't buy a gin and tonic in Altrincham without being asked what kind of tonic you want.
A wet one. Ooh, I could put that on. Okay, eyes ready. Obviously, I'll need to travel to somebody's. Are you in?
On my way.
No worries. Where are we going?
Just checking I'll set it on normal.
Cradle of Shadow.
Oh, of course, it would put us in normal anyway, because you're under 50. Because you're a noob.
Noobs am I. Where is the Cradle of Filth again?
It's in the lizard area, isn't it? So this was really difficult the first couple of times we did it, but we'll see how it is now. The same can be said for White Gold Tower, though. So
This was a bit of a git, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one with the quick interrupt, kill one of the ads, break it, break. Oh, I'm dead. Hey, hi, smashes.
Clean cuts. Too clean.
I'm in.
Hold it. Who are you? I'm Satva. I appreciate the help. He's charming. I make it my business. Two. Where Sithis is from birth. I didn't. Like.
I'll have to make a character one day and read all that quest stuff she says at the start.
Yeah, for sure. So, healing without any healing stuff. Here we go. I do have a healing stuff, but it, as you say, it's just not worth using because it uses magic on both spell abilities.
Indeed. Have you got Vigour yet? That's potentially useful.
Actually,
It's a group. It's a small area of effect. So
yeah, I've got Echoing Vigor. I forgot about that. Give me a second. Don't really have a slot. I suppose I could put it in one of those.
Remember what the buttons do on this one?
they stab.
So I haven't done some bizarre niche PvP build.
This is going to be a PvP. I'm basically going to take it into battlegrounds as much as I can, and yeah, if we could do little groups. That could be your heals.
You can be called heals inappropriately.
Yeah, I thought often survives unscathed. Suitably
Heals with wrong resource.
Some people do use four.
Oh, you've wandered poorly, fools.
This is going to look like a PvP race with me doing Vigor all the time.
I've got Vigor as well.
He doesn't trust your healing. Put Vigour on.
It's more a case of it was on. Ah! No, I can't be asked to work out what I would normally have in that slot, so
Yeah.
No,
it'll be fine.
I think it's a good idea to keep Vigour on with an experimental stamina healer.
What? I've got loads of heals. And it's on normal.
Mad heals. Mad heals it is.
With a Z. I hardly recognise this place. What are we doing? Right. In fact,
Oh, a backpack.
tomatoes.
Anyway, That's enough containers for me.
Yeah. You're just delaying the death. I mean the heals, the super heals.
Spill their blood for the lady. Move to fight. Think you can tangle with the silken ring? Ha!
Nice them Terranian terrors there,
Love what
Nick.
you've done with the place.
I
Mess.
do. Seen one or two of those around.
Yeah.
What Cullis is
Oh,
over the gates? Didn't
This
expect
hides
them
with
to roll out
ashes.
the welcome
Hides the
mat,
ashes
but
need me
this
to talk
seems
to her
excessive.
occasionally, or just do we
I'm gonna
just
have
carry
to
on?
find another way out of here.
I'm on the quest as well. It just says find a way out the central chamber and points to this trapdoor.
Find
So.
a way out
Let's
there.
do it.
If you recall, she may well turn up later, surrounded by a few corpses she's dragged into the area.
Yeah. Oh, this one. Right. Okay. We might have to explain things to Tanya. Don't go in the dark. Come back to the light.
Okay, so when we light brazier, we'll get this piece of light around it, so we need to just run along lighting the braziers and staying in there. He's putting mushrooms on the ground for you and everything.
Can't be a good shroom.
His little netch following him around.
Let's see that is.
That's actually her name, Betty. What's this one about? This moves to another brazier, I think, or something.
They burn out, yeah, so basically that's a DPS race in theory.
Okay, next. Lighter there. Bugger.
That's a lot of ads. Where is she? Oh, she's dead, is she?
She's down already.
Yeah, that's only where she was. He seemed to have killed her on the set.
I think that's what I had here. That's why it's still there. Left corner. Okay, still dark. We probably have to make our way up. Ooh, 43.
Insects thrashing against the web.
Okay.
Alright, so this one, I think this is one where you need to interrupt. She jumps to the other side of the room and interrupt her, and you can't really easily run to her, so some kind of charge
2 seconds.
ability. I guess you could. This is a good fight for ambush, Nick.
Yeah, I guess so. I always used to equip the old shield charge thing, tanking this one.
Have I got that yet?
And she also shuts the flames down, so we have to move around. Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, she runs to another flame. We run to that and interrupt quickly, fight there for a bit, and repeat. We should have her down in a couple though.
Yeah, so I'll better put the
1 sec.
charge on. Haven't even taken the skill yet. No, I must have taken it in the past because it's level 4.
1 second, food buff.
Are there any ads? Yeah, there are, aren't there?
There'll be spines, aren't there?
Okay.
My kin, cry out for your blood! Drown in the dark! Welcome the all-consuming darkness! She desires your suffering! Die in the dark! Lie with the worms!
We can light the braziers mid-battle sometimes, I think.
I thought they'd all gone off too quickly. Okay, well, she's down. Why not?
Yeah, it's fairly simple. You can, yeah, I don't know if you can do it every time, but certainly some of the time you can read that.
Also, the lights don't happen anymore because she's dead.
Yes, it was her that was doing it.
Checking for the old boxes before going up the ladder routine.
No, I just took a wrong turn.
Yeah.
I've got this. Push
I
the
even
lever.
glanced at my minimap to suggest there was a side passage that may have loot.
Oh look, she did kill those. She did kill a couple while I was watching her there.
Sorry. Can't stand these things. Spider Kith. They attacked as soon as you left. We must be on the right
Straight
track.
through to the next one.
At least one of the doors is open now.
It took her a while to kill him then.
Hang back just in case we get more visitors.
Probably level 42 like me. I'm sorry, 43. Just like that.
I don't remember that bit now.
Mufala craves your death. From the sides.
Ah yes, gotta kill the statues, haven't we?
Really don't remember this much. Okay, looks like a big spider, and it's a level 2 box.
I heard screeching. Giant spiders? No surprise there. Wait. It's the Ring's field captain, Tranus Valadoran.
Hey, return to the central chamber.
No.
I just felt this one was a bit random with the stuff that you face in it.
Member of your tribe has breached the gates.
Bit random.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's fairly spider-centric. But you know, there's the guy.
Well, it's yeah. I think it's a group of lizard assassins worshipping a spider Daedra demon thing. So there's lizards and spiders. Yeah.
The doors are pretty cool. I like
The
the
lizards and spiders in league. That's always a bad sign.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shadow scales.
Okay.
Or well, these ones might be dark scales. Dranos Valador. Oh, is it this fight
Yeah,
already?
so when the boss is glowing red, we have to kill the ads. When the boss does the attack on a single player, I think it is, holding them down, we have to. Is it just interrupt or?
Yeah, just give them a tap. Yeah, bash them.
Yeah.
The boss will pin someone to the floor while that's happening, and you can't move until your teammates bash the little ads that surround him, and then you
An explosion.
either need to block or roll because he'll do a massive frontal attack on you.
Yeah, so basically, this caught us out quite a few times early on. So you think, yay, we've broken the attack, but it still carries on with a move. You are allowed to move, so you need to make sure you do, essentially.
Indeed. I can't remember if he does it on a random person or if it's always the person with aggro. I think it's a random person, isn't it?
Probably. Let's find out.
Anyway, so also the sexy statue hanging down in the middle. Well, I think it's sexy. That radiates pulses of damagey shit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And particularly in the last third or so of the fight. So ads in four corners of the room, kill them. Someone's tied down, bash the ghostly ads, and otherwise just kill him. Yes, that'll work.
Easy peasy.
Okay, well, just for time's benefit, just call it first time. Get the flow out.
Let me put. Okay, all set.
Sorry, this affair is invitation only. God. Don't keep Our Lady waiting.
Okay, we need to kill the ads. The guys on the side in red, kill them. Okay, got it.
And who will die next?
This is AoE on the floor, watch out.
You won't suffer too long.
Do the bashy thing. Bashy thing.
Sorry, mate.
That's I had about 40 health left, so the block was insufficient.
Too slow.
Bash. Okay, alright.
Dead anywhere and no resources, so.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those fights you can't go two down or it's in big trouble.
Okay, so the first bit seemed easy enough. Just need to be quicker on the butts. When he starts teleporting around to people, I think he does that 3 times to 3 people and then locks someone down. So you know when it's coming. So we all need to kind of follow the boss around and be ready to bash the ghosts.
Yeah, the problem with this one is when you've got to run off and kill the guys on the other side, and then that splits you up a bit. Okay, let's do it again.
You've worn out your welcome. You think I'm surrounded? How cute. Goodbye now.
Alright, Katie's going into a phase, watch out for it on the ground.
Will be the weak link. Don't keep Our Lady waiting.
Bash.
Can't see them to bash.
Too slow.
Okay, the next ads.
I just weep you away. You think I'm surrounded? You practice with God. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Right, keep moving.
You won't suffer too long.
Bash. Bash, bash, bash.
Balls, one in front of it. That's my own fault. Not too far in front of him. More than 180.
Leave ads alive while we try and res.
I'll res.
Hope you practiced your guard. You think I'm surrounded? How cute. Can't you dance? You think I'm surrounded? How cute.
Okay, we see are those ads down yet? We need to hit the
Just
ball.
res Tanya and then kill the.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Goodbye now.
Bash, bash.
And who will die next? You won't suffer too long.
Bash, bash.
The lady will toy with you,
Oof.
and
Lun.
you will beg for death before it's over.
Satva's gone, isn't he? Damn it. I should have been here. I could have... Never mind. Afala, Night Mother's mercy. I am so sick of looking at her smug face.
Yeah, so I think the key is you can use the
Extra
When
ads.
we're
the stage where the ads in the corner to do some resing, isn't
going and find this Veladreth.
New dinner.
Could you
gear.
not find Tanya?
Don't keep me waiting, sweet meat.
Well, just to delay the jumping around stunning phase, you can control the stage of the fighter bit by deliberately leaving the ads alive while you run around resing people. In a pinch,
Presume you can blitz a couple or two or three of them down, maybe just to
yeah, you can do, yeah.
with one, just to say you're not taking all that ranged stuff. I thought I did the old warrior elixir there. I've carried them around in bags, and I really don't use them as much as I ought to. Get the old stat boost everything up for the last 20 seconds. 31.7 seconds, in fact.
Did a little war horn at the end.
I heard the whole warhorn going throughout. There was about 2 or 3 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Heard it.
I did one at the start and one at the end.
I threw my forest down and just ran away. Just thought that might keep you up for a bit and tried to res Nick.
Yeah, just that was my own stupid fault. I just got too far around the front. I thought I was at the side, and I was just forward of in the frontal attack. I think that's idiocy. But I just stayed behind him.
One of the best things I've done recently is just change the graphics colours for enemies and friends. For the buff on the floor, it just comes up so bright. It's like, oh my god, there's a huge red patch. Whereas it used to be a subtle red to me, like a little bit translucent.
Yeah, I've seen that on people's videos. It's like pink or
Yeah,
blue
exactly,
or something
that's what I
rather than
did.
standard red. I mean, I can see it okay, but you know, I understand if you have colourblind issues, it's it'd be very helpful to just change it to something. Look at
In the
me.
Maelstrom arena, you know those the spinny whirly ones on, I think it's the second level.
Oh yeah,
It's brilliant for that.
Yeah.
You can just see them coming around the corner. Whereas normally it's like, is that coming? Don't know.
Interlopers, we invite you to die.
a pulsing thing. Oh yeah, that would be your new monster set. Yes, that's a good thing.
You can't beat a good pulse.
Getting warmer. It's a shame you're not as smart as Satvalan. What a delightful
That
circuit
is-
would make.
It's a whole room job, I think, isn't it?
No escape, only suffering.
See?
We killed this scorpion.
Collateral damage. Who's this AoE guy? Oh, the 18.
Our thanks. We were growing hungry. No escape, only suffering. Warmer still. Best hurry, sweetmeat. Satvalan receives my blessing even as we speak. Killing
voice
him
in my
may
head.
prove difficult.
Yeah.
Me too.
Eldrith is close. I can.
Now, this is where she tells you about the Atronach light, which is vital for the last
What
boss.
the? They're everywhere. Cut them down. Nice work. I can't believe I didn't see them.
Yes, it's more an illustration than a proper fight. So you can see whoever's got the Atronach. Is it you, Tanya?
It's Tanya.
No, that's fine. That's good. You get this circle of light which follows you around. So if you move around, the circle of light follows you, and that will be relevant in the last boss. Which is this fight, in fact.
Okay, a few things to. No, it will do. It's fine. A few things to explain on this one.
There's an achievement for not dying in veteran mode on this. On that stupid fucking you've got to roll job.
Well, that's not a big problem. You just see it go up to the ceiling. Oh, look, two chests in the same corridor.
Yeah, you went for the simple one, I see.
Broke a lockpick. I'm struggling with this.
Anytime.
There was just there was one particular tumbler that I just couldn't get for some reason. Yeah, so there she is, pretty little thing. She summons lots of ads, or some ads anyway. So we need to kill those, but in particular during the ad phase, we need to kill the Atronak, the flesh Atronak that is summoned, and I think there's 2 of them. So 2 of us need to then synergize, click on the thing that they drop, so we get the pool of light surrounding us. Because shortly after, she will send us to, if you look on your map, the areas to the north or south, where we will need to stay within the light which follows us in order to get back to here.
So basically, we first thing, as soon as we get teleported, immediately group up. Everyone runs together, whether you got the light or not, and then we just need to keep a nice steady momentum, get out of there in an orderly fashion. Don't go too fast, don't get dragged, don't get left behind. So we just need to keep moving and hopefully follow a mini map to get ourselves back to this point to rejoin the fight for another phase. Basically, yeah, don't get caught behind. You just start running slowly and you get overwhelmed by ads. So equally, it's not a all-out sprint. It's just nice and steady.
I'm going to follow the.
Stay together.
So I'm going
We
to
don't
follow
have
Becky.
don't have to stop and kill everything. We just need to keep moving without getting overwhelmed. Also, there are green and blue balls that float around. They drain your stamina if they're green and magic if you're blue. There's also some kind of ultimate draining ability she does, isn't there? So you use your ultimate as soon as it's up. If it's available at the start, just use it straight away when we go in, and just keep using it whenever it's available. And so she'll send us to the dark corridors twice, I believe, and then we get the final phase, during which she will ascend to the ceiling, at which point you need to stop moving altogether. Don't move at all, or you'll die, until she starts descending from the ceiling. Well, they'll be fine. I don't think they're immortal in here, aren't they? So she'll start descending, then you immediately need to roll dodge, or again, you will die. And then you just finish her off. Easy.
I'll help her through.
So, anyway.
Can I suggest
Right.
that Beckett, you are one of the people who picks up the light?
Okay.
And I can as well, so that I'm not slow as the others. And then Tanya and Nick just stick close to us too. Or who? It doesn't really matter as long as Beckett's got one. Because you've got the scholar, you've got the crown on you, so it's easier to follow.
Oh, look at all of you.
Do you want me to give someone else a crown? Because I haven't got a mini-map currently, and also I might be blocking instead of picking it up or something. I'll give you the crown fish. Although you might be busy healing. But anyway, we'll cope.
I've got any map I can see. I think I remember. I've taken this recently as well.
Right then.
Come here, sweetmeat. Come to Veladred.
Use your ultimate.
I think we need some time apart.
Oh dear, I think we did too much damage. So we got up to 66% before the Atronak spawned. We might be able to get out without the Atronak thing. Either way. Okay, fair enough. It's just a veteran thing, is it? The Atronak.
Okay, let's find the next one. There's traps here. We have to be careful of. Okay, I'm going to take this way.
keep moving, yeah? Or kill. Oh, they're attacking the scamp, that's okay.
Is he down?
Jump off, we can rest.
We took a wrong turn, that was the problem.
I'm completely bugged out. I've pressed a button, I just went in like a staccato clackety clackety clack sound and didn't do anything.
Oh, what a cow. Get a bigger going if you got one. What a cow!
Stop wriggling!
Okay, this looks like it might take a while.
59%.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of some
Yeah,
ads to give me a
exactly,
better
it's
chance of res.
Keep my health up.
Not so fast, sweet meat! Hungry! Let that meat rest!
Sorry, she knocked me.
He does that.
Knockback.
Just a taste! Just a taste!
Alright, kill the astronauts.
So plump, so fresh! Properly!
Where's the other astronaut?
It's underneath there.
Somebody use the astronaut.
I'll try and move her. And you get the... Oh yeah, we've got to, fine. So yeah, just nuke her.
You're mine, all mine. Not afraid of the dark, are
Here we
you?
go.
Right, that should be easier. Following you lot.
I'm going this way. Here we go. You can tell which ones are bad. Actually, which way is it?
We can.
I can now, but I couldn't last run. Everything was done to rat shit last run.
Well, we couldn't last time because we didn't have the astronaut
Yeah,
bites.
we can go through here, that's alright. Somebody's gone the wrong way.
This
Why
way,
is somebody
Tanya.
It's gone the wrong way.
Right, she's on her way. Oh, just jump down. Don't need to kill them.
Maybe I should
Right, this is
shed
the
some
mechanic
light.
thing.
That's it. Don't move a muscle.
Alright, don't move. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Is she going up or not?
No, apparently not.
She stayed up. The blue disappeared on mine, so I moved.
She didn't move on my screen, she didn't go up,
No, she didn't on mine either.
which was not helpful. Sorry.
I've never, ever, ever survived that. Not a single one.
Not a single one.
Well, I couldn't see the mechanic, but
No.
it didn't do enough damage to kill me. So
It did kill me. She was just waving her arms around on the floor. Didn't move.
What I saw was there was a blue circle on the floor below me, and then it disappeared. So I moved, and I moved into a massive red circle.
Thank you.
Today's lesson, the price
still, you survived.
Traditionally, Tam, this would be the point of the instance where we would mock Dave, who had failed to roll out the way of it. We'd all successfully done so.
There's a
Mock entirely unfairly on the grounds that we have died countless times on that, of course.
I
He
yet to
was
survive
always this
that.
smug. I just didn't.
But who said it was fair?
I utter.
Nobody, indeed.
All right, Sattva. Time to lick the tree.
So abrupt. Don't you want to know why?
Won't make any difference.
You can indulge me this one last lesson. A final kindness for an old friend.
Yeah, another skill
Fine.
point. Awesome.
Talk.
I knew you could be reasonable.
Yeah, I hadn't completed that,
The truth
so
is that you
I must have got all the way through to that.
Yeah, and then we gave up after
The
27
Dark Brotherhood
lives.
is weak.
I probably had that quest about 3 years or something.
It's just been hanging around in your bag.
It took me a long time
Do it
to
one
see
day.
it. Too long.
And
There you go, did need something after all.
Know better?
They do.
You got the skill point back I spent on that shield charge thing.
Name, but you do not understand his nature.
Right, that calls for
Celebratory
Very soon.
more refreshment.
drinklet.
Understand all.
One moment.
Is it?
I look forward to hearing from her. Goodbye,
Yeah,
Sattva.
back in a minute.
Oh, if you're
Pay
still
my
there, we're going
respects
to
to
do some
Sithis,
cheese, so
old
we'll be
man.
about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And back.
Hello. Fish and Tanner getting cheese or something. So they'll be fine.
Cheese. Oh. Cheese.
Yeah, so I know the last fight was seemed a bit bugged, but generally that instance is a lot easier than we used to find it, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I died there precisely because that thing just didn't move. So
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I mean, it didn't move for me either, but you know, with 32,000 health or something, I survived the hit.
yeah,
Obviously, you wouldn't.
no. Let's look at Tan's down at 12k there, so that's not very survivable probably. Probably the food bus run out.
Yeah, possibly. I thought it was just me and her at the end, or was it me and Fish? Just noticed it was one other person.
I don't know. It doesn't cover the entire cavern, seemingly, does it? Because she wouldn't have survived that. I got one shot by the spike came through the floor, but say that the spider was just stood there waving its arms around on the floor. So,
Yeah.
I'm about to get kicked out of the game, sort of way. The previous run was just downright freaky, though. I was every time I pressed a tab button, it went right at the end of the boss room. It's very strange.
Okay.
Hello.
So you're getting a new computer at the weekend then?
I won't be at the weekend. I'll have to get something ordered, spec'd up.
Specify your parts.
Need a graphics card that will make lights dim across Greater Manchester.
Yes, but generally speaking, about the instance, you remember the Dranos fight with the big spider statue and the ads? We've spent 1.5 hours trying to do it in the past, but you know, we wiped once and then did it right the second time, or at least did it the second time. I mean, it might be one day worth just having a tentative poke at veteran on one of these dungeons.
Yeah.
This one on Ruins of Mazatun, it's kind of the next level up from the Imperial City runs. I know we still haven't conquered Imperial City Prison yet. But, you know, it's you do well. There are PvE quests there, but there are also other players that can kill you. So,
But not through the instances, though. No. Yes. Do your QE thing, yeah. Quite right too. And they nick all your resources and stuff.
Well, indeed.
stand in front of the crafting stations with their stupid flappy pets. Yeah, so anyway, having a level 40 odd stamina ward and healer wasn't a problem.
He's got some great heals.
Yeah.
I mean, my bull netch gives me stamina back. It's difficult to run out of stamina on that character.
Yeah, well, you know, it can be your main healer if you want.
Well, it's going to be my PvP
Turn the
healer.
Templar into a. Yeah, stamina Templars is the way forward.
Guard Plar.
Well, they're quite good.
There are some strange names that they've come up with for all the different things. Like a Guardian Templar is a Guard Plar.
Trollplar was a good one. That was an extremely high health PvP build. Basically, no damage at all. You can't kill anyone, but they can't kill you either. So you just stand there with 10 people on you.
Yep. Well, this
for
is
hours.
why a lot of people do the no. Well, I do the no CP fights because you're going against people who've optimised their CPs. It's just pointless.
Can you change faction, but not change race?
No.
I was just wondering why I have managed to kill things of my own faction then with my PvP character.
Oh well, some people have the unrestricted faction character creation, so you can make an Ebonheart, Khajiit, or whatever. I've got that. It depends what version of the game you bought.
I think I can.
I was going to make a lizard blue faction and call it Runs Up Towers.
Should we do something a bit more serious now?
There's the time.
If you like, yeah. I thought you were all off to bed at 10:30, but
No,
I'd be up for that.
I'm fine. We can do Nick's thing again. I don't mind doing another pass at that for some of the Imperium stuff.
Yeah, can do.
What shall we bring then? What do people want to play?
Well, if
Press
you're
the
doing
wrong button.
normal white gold tower, it's usually probably a healer, and
I've got healer.
you could stay on your warden if you want, fish. You probably haven't done it on that, have you?
I haven't. Do you think? Yeah, okay. Do you think we've got enough DPS and we to take everything down on normal?
take everything down.
Yeah. 3 DPS and a stamina warden healer. It's the meta build for white gold tower nowadays.
Log back in with that one. That sounds a bit of fun. That's what.
Well, I just think he'll get you a skill point in a dungeon completion and all that, won't it? So.
Yeah, and I'll appear unscathed.
I mean, I can bring a tank if you want, but I don't think we'll need a tank, will we? We didn't last time. I think you were just pet healing last week, weren't you, Nick? Basically.
Actually,
Yeah, pretty
the only
much.
issue with bringing this character is I can't give the kit over to Nick if it drops for me.
Yes, that's true.
So I don't mind bringing. I'll bring Deeps. Or healer. No, I'll bring the healer. You guys can do the Deeps this week. I did Deeps last.
You can quite easily turn your sorcerer into a healer, just to make a few adjustments. Oh, what, you mean the restoration staff shield thing? I thought it hits you and someone else, doesn't it?
No, 2 random people. You're talking about mutagen or?
No, it's,
Right, I'm going for my DPS heal hybrid. And when I say heal, I've got 1 heal.
which one?
The, Breath of Life. Actually, I'll make a quick hybrid on these. Healing. It's fine. Right, okay. White Gold Tower. Woohoo! Let's do the loots. Normal.
I know, cowardly. When the FCP expansion comes out, Fish, you can do the new raid and throw all your old raid kit away. Although it's not quite like games like WoW where a new content immediately obsoletes everything you own.
First green off
because
the
the level
first rat
status
that you
changes.
kill.
Yeah, most of the kit sets remain interesting options.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think for our level of stuff, what I've got is just perfect. You know, I'll get some stuff that's better on mix and match it as a raid in. What? Not pandas, you mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. You can still do end game content without spending another 30 quid or whatever. Yeah.
Oops, PvP mode.
I'm just talking to this woman and Nick streaks up behind me. I mean, he's not naked. I mean, he's using the streak skill.
Just need to do some abilities. Bear with me.
Yes. I may have a PvP set on. Come on, you must have a PvE set up on this character. Just a shortcut away.
So, how healy are you, Fish? Do I need
No, I'm
vigor?
very
Or
healy. I'm extremely healy.
same grey colour?
I see blues and purples. Oh, grey.
This game hasn't got Sean Bean in it though, so it's not as good as Oblivion. I've been playing Civilization the last couple of weeks. That's got Sean Bean in it. And he doesn't die. Did he keep dying?
Yes. It's probably we were watching Lord of the Rings as well.
Oh, in the trailer. Right, yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Yes.
I could have been an adventurer.
Actually, the Elder Scrolls say they're the only franchise not to have killed Sean Bean because he didn't die in Oblivion. So.
Yeah, so fix that.
Well, he kind of did. He got turned into a great big stone dragon.
Just change sets and change back, and now it is switching between the PvE and PvP. No idea why that is, but it is working now.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I find it a bit. The mod's a bit finicky unless you're on your front bar when you activate it. If you just do it off the back bar, then it kind of changes half of your setup.
Yeah, I know what you mean there as well. Yeah, I've gone into a fight thinking yes. Change this tank, and I've got two-hander skills on there, and but it's changed both my weapon sets, but not not out of my two-handers. So I've got 4 abilities I can't even use because I'm.
Yeah, meant that. Meant that.
Shit. It's kind of amusing, except for when the pugs are chain pulling, so it actually won't ever change back. It's kind of, I just want to get out of fucking combat for 2 seconds.
You will die here, as the Imperial Legions did.
Should we...
You're coming up, you too.
Sorry, it's food buffing up.
Eye out for chests.
We're clearing trash.
It looks like the plains of Oblivion.
Well, it's kind of the capital city of the Empire, but it has been overtaken by forces from Oblivion. So they've
That
changed
explains
the
it then.
decor. They've changed. You know what it's like when demons move in.
They just want to make the place a bit more home. Make their own.
It's understandable, isn't it?
Do exactly the same when you move to. Change the wallpaper, add a zombie.
Yeah, look at him. Goes down on normal so fast.
Okay, try and kill this before she locks anyone up.
The two thrones belong to Molag Bal now.
Easy.
Your verdict is death, like the mortals before you.
moving at my AoE.
Oh, yes. Oh, just. Tanya was teleported and then she died. She dropped.
She dropped.
Momentarily in a cage.
That shield appears all the time.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I've been using it on my Templar for just running around in PV, general PV with it, but I might start tanking with it on because it's just like an extra shield and it's up all the time and it does damage. Like I say, Fish, a set worth considering as a magical class for Maelstrom Arena because it gives now that sorcerer shields aren't as good.
Yeah.
I know you've got a setup to increase yours, but if you want to go for a higher damage setup with
Need a skill?
ability, you can use Ice Hearts. No, I'm maxed out on Leisure Domain or Lagur Domain.
Okay, she's opened it. It didn't look like she was opening it on my screen. It looked like she was stood there.
No, mate.
No broken lockpicks there.
Graham seems to be lacking some visual cues tonight.
It does, yeah, you was just stood up.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's why I asked the question.
And I said, oh, you can open it, and suddenly it opened.
Oh, and you guys couldn't see the spider up on the ceiling either.
No. Nightstand.
Desk with pattern.
Desk.
It's so worth looting desks. They've always got patterns in. Well, very high percentage.
Yeah. Often they have. We're checking corners for chests and such, yes.
Thanks.
Oh, we've already had one, just of course. So there'll be one more somewhere in the instance.
I remember running up here during the Thieves Guild quest to get the Elder, trying to avoid the guard.
I don't remember that one. Oh, it's been a couple of years since I did it. Send you to White Gold
More
Tower,
than-
eh?
Yeah, because this was.
Oh, sorry, not in this game, in Oblivion, yeah.
Yeah. You had to sneak past all the blind monks.
Vaguely remember that. Sounds easier than it is, doesn't it? Sneaking past blind ones. They've got good hearing though, haven't they, blind people?
They certainly do.
Yeah.
The ones who are also deaf.
So, did you see that slight tangent there? Did you see that effect where there was a sort of pummeling stones or like meteors going down from the sky? That's my monster set, which is the Elambris.
Ooh, that's another impressive.
This is where I left it. Give me a moment. You'll see.
Are we gonna just nuke them together?
The Elder Scroll.
Together.
It's not ready.
lift
Don't
them.
touch
Yep.
it. The scroll is mine. Kill them all. As you wish.
scroll was wrong about Clivia. Go, find the Empress Regent.
So you don't need spell power cure anymore, Nick?
I don't think so. No.
I guess we could give it to Tanya if she's.
Well, yeah, if you're building a healer.
Start filling your bank up.
I've got some leggings.
Did you need the two-handed sword for the Imperium set by any chance?
I did. It's the jewellery. Unfortunately.
Only on the last boss, or from a chest, or if you're very lucky, from a random normal mob thing. I suppose.
Obviously, if anyone's seen anything that has dropped that I have, then shout.
You got the boots. Oh no, you didn't.
I know you've probably got everything already, but just in case.
Smash those rifts or be
great.
overwhelmed!
I'm not. Look at these imps.
Ready yourself! Daedra are coming through!
Was it there?
Put it there.
I'm great!
Smash those rifts or be overwhelmed!
Right.
Dawnbreaker is so effective on this lot. It does extra damage against undead.
I don't have it yet.
Well, it's not so good for magical characters because it does physical damage, so it scales off your.
Oh, Dawnbreaker, is that the
champion points.
mage one?
Ultimates do scale off your highest stats, so even if an ultimate does physical damage, it'll still do good damage as a magical character, but your champion points won't raise it as they would if it was a.
I was thinking of Meteor, the mage one, so. Which I'm working on.
Meteor's a good one, that's the Mage's Guild one, yeah. Stamina DPS.
So yes, sorry, Tony. Yes, it's Fighters Guild. Yeah.
Stamina characters used to use Meteor a lot before the bow ultimate existed.
And surprisingly, there's some glitch in the game. I've managed to get Dawnbreaker on all my characters maxed out, despite never having done a Dom.
I have started using the more PvP-ish morph of Dawnbreaker on some of my magic characters because it does a 2.5 second stun or something. And quite a lot of damage. Nothing. Still, they needed killing. Up to no good.
You say plenty of Fighters Guild. Oh no, I'm already 10.
I should have brought my little stamina.
Actually, that must be it, Fish. That must be how I got all the Dawnbreaker stuff. It must be the doing this instance.
Tomorrow. Definitely not from ETB.
They say apparently there's all sorts of titles and things you can earn for doing a certain number.
But they know, Oh, my extra buff is under me.
It isn't.
That was hard fought, but there are battles ahead.
Yeah, so this big glowy light that is your tab and eye are on that's about to disappear, that's the thing you need to be in every time you see it.
I read that I'd always assumed it was set off on heels, but it isn't. It's any ground ability, so Wall of Elements sets it off, doesn't it? He's still fighting that thing down there. Bring it up.
Everything you see is just your mind trying to make sense of merging realities.
I forgot.
You have to run all the way back to loot it now.
Oh, I barely see her running through there usually. Usually spending 5 minutes discussing. Okay.
You underestimate me, wretch. Alright, so... Fish, it's your job to tank healer today. Run up, heal yourself and stay in one place.
My spell has revealed the rifts. Destroy them.
There are flames enough for all. Let the heat take you. We've been called Harbor's light.
There we go.
After her. The time has come. You must face her before she slays us all.
No, oh, she means the next boss. I thought she meant that one that we just nuked. Yeah, actually, heal tanking that is a piece piss on normal.
It is.
Oh no.
The advantage is because of the pinion mechanic is that she doesn't lose aggro on you even if you don't have a taunt, so you can just keep her steady. Like, you did move around a bit, didn't you?
Thing on the floor as well.
What is a pinion mechanic?
That's just the pinion in the centre that you need to keep clicking on veteran unless you've got uber DPS.
The fight is a giant pain in the arse on veteran.
Not doing a Dave turn today.
Oh, I forgot there wasn't time.
Yeah. Oh, he's dead already. This was disappointing last week, the half break.
With the what?
When we had, there was still some ads in here, and me and you ran on, and then nobody else did, and da da da.
Ran on and then nobody else did.
Yeah, the thing is, doing that is pets can complicate it, can't they? You just stay in one place, keeping stuff in the wrong room. But also, people don't always follow you either.
Just like now, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, I have to have my scamp out. It does most of my DP.
I found the other chest, but it's only simple, so it's unlikely to have much good in it.
Here it is. I don't know what my measurement is on this.
Oh, she's kneeling down to unlock it this time.
I'm only level 7 at Legerderman.
I'm maxed on this character. All that. I did the full Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood quests on them, and also nicked a lot of stuff.
Have you got a food buff on 10? I haven't got a thing that... Quite light on health there.
Oh, maybe it's run out. Back just to say.
I think with WoW, it sort of made a slight increase in stuff that was probably worth having. Whereas it's a big slice, isn't it, of your health in this? If you're not,
it is, yeah. It's like, essential for anything difficult in the game, really. And if you've got the craft bag, you just end up with so many hundreds of ingredients that there's no shortage of it, is there? Yeah, we'll do.
I'm just searching corners, just as you do. Probably all chested out now.
Yeah, we've had 2. I think there's 2 in every instance. Oh, have a look in this wheelbarrow, there might be some worms. No. Can you get this as furniture? That would make a lovely bit of furniture, that would. A cart full of skeletons.
Lovely in my basement, that would.
Maybe if you got the Cold Harbour placey.
Oh yeah, that's the one. It just comes blank, doesn't it? And you buy your own stone and make your own buildings, just like Minecraft.
Oh, is that what you do with it? I thought it was a bit sort of, Picasso-esque.
Yeah, I think the housing vendor in Cold Harbour sells lots of construction materials or something. So the idea was just build your own thing, or just
I have no idea. I think I
fill it with mushrooms if you prefer.
Right, Euchre in the middle as well. On. Check the flame. Guys are back.
She's on 26% health, and she's only done one phase.
She's going to do the next one.
I actually did 2 in a row. Cheating. Yes.
Opening this portal. The scroll said I'd be skewered if
If she could have just managed it at the end of that really would have capped it.
Killed him.
Follow me.
Restoration staff of the essence thief, excellent. A DPS stamina
Be
set
careful when looting that you don't take the full.
Be careful.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I think that was the most we've ever trashed that particular boss. Even last week's weren't quite that
Battle
effective.
Axe of the Imperium. Tanya got spell power curing.
Mm,
Well, hold on to that.
She says
Hold on
she's
to that,
already
because
gone
I've
for
got some leggings.
So,
She's already got.
so I've got spell power cure gloves, and I've also got epaulets and hat, which are less use, but you're very welcome to them. I'll give them to you anyway. You can chuck them away if you want.
Crap, how do I get back into that end thing?
So
Can
go
I-
for all the glowy portals to get back.
That's the disadvantage.
Can't seem to run through the door.
disadvantage of nuking it.
Is there anything you want, Beckett? Or are these?
Well, I think both me and Nick are after different bits of the Imperium kit, brands of the Imperium. But if you've got any, you just have to say which bit it is, and we can work out who's got what.
Okay,
Support
I'll
back at
just
the
have
start
a
bit.
quick look, and I'm not sure I did get anything, but just a sec.
Nick obviously got a chest piece of Imperium on that run.
Ooh. Yeah, I got one last.
All right.
Well,
So
you gave me.
So I did loot
That
then.
was earlier.
So I got it and then
Really,
loot.
that was
Oh
at
right.
23:21, so that was 12 minutes ago.
Yeah, this boss will drop either weapons or jewellery.
You got divines on it as well, Nick. Nice.
He gave me his infused Imperium chess piece after last week's. He didn't know he wanted the set at the time.
I got lots of hand of my, and I.
Well, it's Nick's not short on the transmute stones.
No.
That's one thing they could do in the expansion, is just make them infinite. There is no point in having a upper bound on those.
Yeah, difficult to see why it is, other than to against you.
Absolutely.
Not going to unbalance a game, is it? By making people turn their kit into the traits they want a bit faster.
But, you know, it's the grind. Did you manage to get you on your way over there, Nick? This map looks familiar. You can actually, while you're here, if you zoom out, you can see who's owning what. Yellow is impotent as usual.
Oh, I'm seeing Vivek on mine on this character at the moment.
As again, we got all but it was ridiculous last night, Beckett. Absolutely ridiculous. The most blatant Purple Alliance stuff I've ever seen.
I'm on 30-day standard. I'm in Vivek as well. Lock.
There was not a fight going on between blue and red. They'd shared it out and stopped halfway down the map, and they were both going after our scrolls, and they were both assaulting different sides of our last remaining keep. And I saw groups of them jogging past each other. It was ridiculous. Has to be organised at a guild level. That.
Nevertheless, we're actually winning so far this month.
Well, yeah. I mean,
A few days, but
some people threw a hissy fit and quit, saying this is ridiculous, and the rest said, "Look, yeah, chill out for 15 minutes. They'll get bored, and we'll just capture it all back." So that's pretty much what we did. Doesn't matter how much of their map they own if it's brief.
So how do you know how much you've done?
as long as you get a squadron of cats to control it all night, then you get the points while everyone's in bed. That's the usual strategy. How do you want
how much
Soyfish?
you've done during the month? 'Cause I just don't understand the pages. Obviously,
Well, it's the end of campaign
is
reward
that on the
tier.
overview?
It
Where
is,
does it
yeah.
say that? Oh yes, got it. I've got a note.
Oh,
Obviously, because I've not been healing.
Because obviously, because I've not been.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I'm doing it, yeah.
you need 25,000 to fill that bar, basically, and you can fill it up to tier 3, don't you? If you want to know exactly how much alliance points you've got this month, you can press Emperorship, and it'll give your position, like 10,008, and the amount of points you've earned. I haven't done any this month yet, so mine's blank.
Yeah,
but
same here. Okay, so and what do you need to get to the 50 transmutes?
Just tier 1,
Just
so
tier 1.
25,000 alliance points.
Okay. Alright, got
Yeah.
it now.
You'll get bucket loads as you go along when you
Yes,
capture
I think
keeps and
to
stuff
get
as well.
the
Fish. So.
rewards of the worthy, and I've transferred them.
I think you get those. You get rewards that are worthy every 15,000,
because
I
I was
believe.
doing them. I assumed it was handling on quests.
So if you do 30, no, it's just every 15,000 alliance points. Whether it's whatever the source, battlegrounds or daily reward or whatever. So if you do 30k, you'll get the tier 1 reward and you'll get 2 rewards that are worthy.
Right, that makes a lot more sense now.
So if you log on and when you're classically overrun and you get a chance to sort of roll the tide back and capture 3 resources and a castle, and then 3 more resources and a castle, you can crash it out in no time.
Yeah. So currently on Vivek, Aldemari are winning them with 10,614, with Ebenhart second and Doug Hall in third. That's what I'm seeing. If I read this right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah, when I logged on last night, when I eventually got in about 11 o'clock, we had literally our starting areas. That was all we had on Aldemari. As both red and blue were just camped, trying to force us off the map, essentially.
One of my favourite.
FCP.
One of my favourite keep battles I did was an epic half-hour defence of the last keep that Ebenhart owned. We'd lost our other home keep and just had one keep left on the map, and under ferocious assault, but we managed to hold on to it at last. It didn't put us in a great position, to be fair.
I had a comedy moment, not last night, the night before I think it was, where I ran towards what appeared to be a bit of a dust-up going on outside our gate as you get near the temples, and you get that inkling you're in trouble here, riding towards something, and then suddenly go oh dear. Followed by me not moving for several seconds, followed by me dead, and then just seeing a streaming horde of blues going past me. So they basically killed me before it even registered their existence.
Yeah.
Looking at hordes of them.
You're obviously, unfortunately, on the path between them and a tower.
Yeah, that'll be it. I heard our temple had a tower on it and just wanted to climb it.
Okay, and there's 24 days left, so we're really at the beginning of the campaign at the moment.
We are, but the double alliance point thing is, how long does that last for? Another few days?
Well, it's
not long now.
Although on the other hand, it's obviously easier and less laggy to do when that's not on, so it swings and roundabouts.
So the Sill's got spots. So the Covenant and the Aldemari.
To get the crystals, you need to do it on your home campaign, but you can change campaign to Sophisil. That would work. In fact, I would recommend that if you're doing it on a PvE code.
Yeah, it's pointless. I hadn't realised what I was doing before. Now I understand what the non-champ is. Yeah.
There's still lots of PvE players on Vivek though.
Oh yeah, I'm on Vivek at the moment on this, and I'm kind of all my champion points are set up for PvE.
I think I must have. Do you just stick?
But I think I joined it
to the same campaign, even though I was doing PvP probably a month ago or so on this character. It sticks on Vivek.
It does, yeah, unless you tell it to change.
Right, we doing one more thing, or are we calling it a 11:45? Tanya?
No, I'm happy to do something else, yeah?
Yep, okay, we're up for that. Shop it around a bit.
Very good. That's the spirit.
What do we want to do? One more of those, or? See, I can farm for the best of them.
Something different. So I get the impression Beckett's bored of that.
No, I'm not bored of it, and yeah, we've done other stuff tonight, so I'm happy to do that again if you want.
I'd suggest that anyone with these up and coming characters just do something that's useful to you guys, really.
Leveling on quests is way quicker than doing instances, so I don't need the instances.
No, it's just it's a skill points, really. Just
Undaunted.
Yes, I'll take the skill points. I'm going to come on my healer again, just for lols. Why not?
Would
What
it
do
be
you
alright
fancy,
if I
Zed?
brought my stamina Nightblade?
Of course.
Might have to give some colour to this outfit that I've got from my warden. He's got a wooden outfit set on as opposed to anything else, so I'll probably give him.
Of course, yeah,
exactly.
You can dye costumes. Yeah, it's quite nice, a warden costume, and
it's quite official looking. You know, it's kind of it's not overstated.
I'd laugh when Mond asked me if I could change my character's gear colour to make it stand out more. No, Mond. No, I can't do that.
Make it blue and yellow.
Can't you just like make it? This is why you see these people running around in lime green and mauve kits, because they're in Mon's secret raiding guild, and he's made everyone dye themselves different colours.
So, in fact, Mond, were to equip that, I may have to delete the character. It's been seen in public wearing that. And people are whispering.
Okay, so where are we going?
Don't mind. You can imagine this character's done nothing.
I don't know. Just look at the list. Anything we haven't done, really.
We can do White Gold Tower again, that's fine, but if two of you are below 50, we've got half the chance of getting the drops that...
No, that's not done. Do something else. Just something we haven't done.
So we could do a pledge. Spindle plus 2 as the other pledge. Tanya won't be able to get the pledge quest, but she'll get the dungeon completion at least. Oh no, you won't either. No, sorry, that's fine. So forget the pledge. Just pick you two then. Pick a dungeon that you haven't
done. I've only done
done.
the one that we did earlier.
Okay,
Is there one in Clockwork City?
No, there isn't.
Oh.
There's a raid, but not a 4-man dungeon.
That may be ambitious.
Let me have a quick run down the list, okay?
Then, depending on what you pick, we can decide whether we need. It's going to be normal anyway, so we won't need tanks and that, will we?
Ooh, almost maxed out on Mount Stamina.
It's a long road.
So is my Argonians.
It is.
60, 60, 60 already.
And you buy a lot
What are you
of
talking
stuff,
about?
did you?
It was
Or
half
they
price
do
pounds
it.
over Christmas.
Starfish is a buyer.
Bought his character.
I have to laugh. I listened to Matthew and the terminology he's coming up with all his Xbox stuff now with his mates.
The other thing he moans about buyers.
Yeah. What, like Mark? Yeah.
He doesn't
Not
watch
really,
your
mate.
stream anymore because he knows you're a buyer.
Yeah, he's all that hope and admiration crushed. Now he knows. Now he knows the real you fish. Right, well, it's thirsty work using underpowered characters on. Might need to refresh this
Find a
class.
decent colour set for this guy.
Apparently, I've got a quest in a public dungeon in. Rootsunder, have you heard of it?
Yes, that's a public dungeon in near Elden.
Oh, okay, fair enough. No, don't want to do. This character. I'd quite like to do something new. Maybe some of the newer content.
Okay.
Right, well, I should be bringing ideally small, cannibalistic, shouty elf too.
Which dungeon's fun? Actually, which one's pretty?
Which one's pretty? Well, official title, they all look exactly the same. But
That's why I'm asking, not him.
well, the I don't know. I guess the prettiest ones are the newest ones, but they're also the most difficult.
But that's okay.
So let's well, I don't know if I'm bringing yet. If you're doing something kind of upper end of normal,
Yeah, if we do it a bit serious, we may have to have a change of personnel.
Okay, something doable then. Something new, something doable, something.
well, if you tell us what you haven't done.
On this character, she hasn't done any.
Oh,
but
no.
have a quick look at the. What's Ark's Coroner?
That is a very doable dungeon. It's full of snake women and pools of water.
And a joyous last boss.
And on veteran, the last boss is a bit of a twat.
Yes. But on normal, be fine.
But on normal, be fine.
Or
No, let's
Tempest.
do Oxcuronium.
No, it's not.
Don't do that.
Island,
Go
Tempest
on.
Island is also full of snake women, but it's got some cliffs as well.
A load of high elves that turn up after you've killed everything and say, "Right, lock this area down." Yada 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 yada.
Oxcuronium
Very
has
impressive.
the incredibly
Now you dodged the fight.
Final 3 screamer things. The
Floaty women of
very much
floatiness.
help.
Okay, so if we're doing normal arts Corinium, I think rather than just overpower it, I might just bring a random level 20-ish character
Cool.
just to make it more interesting. So are you in kind of healing
Yep.
mode there, Fish? Because I can bring a healer or I can bring a
Bring a
DPS. Well, I say DPS. More of a DPM, really.
DP maybe.
Damage per minute.
Bring that. That'll be fun. Let's have some fun with some old style stuff. Because I want to practice healing on this.
Yeah, it's not really interesting anyone for following me around while I trash everything in 4 seconds, is it? So
Yeah.
and you know, if everyone else is
Who's
low
a
level,
Phil?
then I'm not. Oh,
Well, I don't really have very low level characters. I've just got one I wanted to do a dungeon with.
oh yeah, sorry,
She's my PvP character.
yeah, you're not low level, but you're not a PVE DPS, so it makes a difference.
Not exactly optimised for it, no.
Hasn't got any low level characters. You don't really do alts, do you, Nick? You just.
No, I've only got about 5 under level 30, I think. None of which I actually play.
I'm not sure whether to do it in my Merchant Lord's formal regalia or my Manimarco outfit.
Well, that is a difficult decision.
Oh.
God, the only food I've got on this character is health and stamina recovery. Dear me.
Or Imperial Chancellor. Oh, tricky, tricky.
Right. I can open the right screen. I'll invite people. And I haven't a clue what these abilities do, but never mind.
Good grief, most of these aren't terribly substantial. Just looking at my outfits, my costumes.
Substantial.
Maybe it's when you put them on wood elves, they don't look very substantial.
No, on Wood Elves they're terrible. Honestly, I have to have proper... Yes, they're not very well fitting.
Wood elves are creatures of the jungle. You can't wander around in fur coats.
But at least you can cover your chest up.
It's like a creature of a street corner, to be honest.
If the Dark Seducer was any lower, you'd realise that Wood Elves did not have nipples.
The Dark Seducer is a little revealing, yes. But
Golden Saint's so much
It's
better.
not much better.
It is called the Dark Seducer, not the Dark Puritan. I know you can be seductive fully dressed, but you know, having a bit of cleavage helps a lot.
Do you mind if I smoke?
I prefer if Mark doesn't show his cleavage, to be honest.
I'm sure he has a very fine manly chest. Right, Arx Corinium isn't on my map on this character, so I can't fast travel to
Which
it.
area is it in? I've done most areas.
It's in Is it Shadowfen, I think? So the bottom one on the east side, the lizardy area. Oh no, sorry, it is on my map. It's in it.
I have recently discovered that you can click on the actual names of the places on the right-hand thing that pops out, and it takes you to there on the map.
Oh, right.
Only been playing for 4 or 5 years. How many instances they got in Shadowfen? I don't think it is Shadowfen, is it? We got Cradle of Shadows and Ruins of Mazatan.
Yeah, Shadowfen, yeah. Well, they're DLC instances, so they tend to just put them in one area. But originally, every area just had the one instance. But now some have got 3 of them. I'm in.
I can see a book. I can see, but it's. There's only one book in that area I haven't seen, and I've just because I've got the award for that area, I know that that's Oxcarinium. All it shows up is a book on my map. I've actually seen it.
I am going with Merchant Lord, I think.
Troubles player.
Good choice. It's very bright, isn't it?
I've got Sijic 10 on this guy, and I think he's Mage 8 already.
Not keen on the turban.
Yeah, we need to gather and inspect here.
Alright.
Oh, you've dyed it, have you?
No, this is natural.
Oh, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. Sorry, you're stood in the dark. Yes, it's very shiny.
I dyed the Riskless outfit by accident. I can't turn it back.
You want a disable hide hat? You get a lovely hat with the outfit.
I looked at the hat. The hat is all wrong. I'm not doing the hat again.
Well, I've got all my Almeri Dominion stuff on here. Uniform.
I'm just wearing stuff that predates the outfit system. This is actually my armour.
I've just slightly dyed my Warden outfit. Not entirely sure about the colours yet. The defaults.
My kit is all level 14 mainly. I've got level 10 ring.
Daily.
I haven't got any soul gems at all, so I can't res anyone. Well, if you've got some spare, might be handy.
And
it's not a lot of that, is there? Holiday in Balmora. It's not a lot to that.
Any in your bank?
In my bank, no. There might be some in the guild bank actually. I'll have a look.
No, I can transfer you some. Hang about.
Oh, that's a classic Rudolph.
Can't use a guild bank with that.
No, but I can use my bank where I've stored 400 in there.
I've got 50 and
no
50
toes in my shoes. Very Wood Elfie.
I've just noticed the shoes on the Merchant Lord. I am not liking them.
Stay to the long grass, you'll be alright.
I don't need 100, but if you're trying to get rid of some,
you've given me a load before.
Thank you. I suppose I can charge my weapon as well if I've got that many.
But yeah, Mr. Bank is great. I mean, dump extra soul gems into your bank if you got slots, and then you can take them out on any character.
Yeah, that's true. I don't usually, because I don't usually play low level characters, but yes, probably worth keeping a stack in there, isn't it? A good way of getting rid of a few hundred is doing Maelstrom Arena, as you know.
I got through a shitload resing other people.
Yeah.
Was surprised.
You're essentially swapping a soul gem for 50 odd alliance points, aren't you? Resing someone.
Alliance points for resing?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
You do, yeah.
It tells a lot of PvE players on at the moment because there's some basic etiquette. If one of your side is down,
Res 'em.
nowhere near it,
Exactly.
you res them, and a load of PvE players just stepping over my corpse.
Yeah.
Hello,
You know,
hello.
with more of us.
Because you don't usually bother in PvE because they can just res themselves where they are if they want, but you can't do that in Cyrodiil.
Yeah. Kids, eh?
PvE bastards.
Look at that, I've given you a buff. I
Everybody
think.
got-
Is that the right
I'm
skill?
gonna put a XP buff on. About. Everybody got? Yeah, crown
Ooh, good call.
scrolls, don't forget them.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's sitting there with like 7 of them in their bags going, why didn't I bloody think of that?
It's major sorcery and major brutality 25% these days. I thought it was 20%. They put it up. What does button 2 do? Volatile
I'm seeing
armor.
20% on major
Okay.
sorcery and major brutality on my buff.
Yeah, it just says 25% on my skill tooltip. I think it might be a typo. I always thought everything else is 20%. Right then. I'm not a tank, by the way. I haven't got a taunt.
No
No.
worries.
No worries.
Actually, is the quest coming in a bit?
Quest is after the first mob group, I think.
So just hit things.
Yeah. I can't remember what I meant to be. What's my spammable on this, guys?
Here comes metal.
Ah, I found my execute.
Good news.
Took a while.
It's easy.
That went well.
Oh, I see. Wrecking Blow is my spam ability. The 1 second cast time there.
And you, yes.
When have you got?
Normal
You're using
runes,
two-handers
with
then,
no
so use
man or
the
mer to ravage its
uppercut.
plants
Is
and
it
animals.
for doing
It's a
the
pact,
when they're at
mortal.
20%?
We do this together.
Yeah, I've got that, yeah.
That's the one I usually, and when that's obviously buffed, it does damage.
I use execution of
This swamp
it's my.
is where you'll die.
I had this debate with Becky.
I like the buffed uppercut where it hits multiple
I like
attacks,
the
plus the fact you've got the points in the two-hander that make you add multiple adds as well anyway. So you just got DPS going on for 2 or 3. Obviously this is my tank build, which has been a big diff anyway.
Okay, so for those who are familiar, when the snake boss puts a red circle around it, get out of it because you'll heal it by standing in it. I think that's about it.
Yeah, just switch to range and keep pinging away.
I was in a pug group and there was one guy stood in it. Everybody else is screaming, "Get out!" It jumps back into a corner though, doesn't it? Just do it. on, more deeps. There. She's going down without. Oh, this is it. Get out, get out, get out.
Oh, I got another soul gem.
You're not executing with that mage thing, have you? Or does oh no, it just drops soul gems, doesn't it? This stamina healing is quite fun. I got 30k stam, plus a thing that buffs me stam all the time.
Yeah, from what I've heard, it's perfectly viable apart from the very toughest content in the game.
Builds that go all the way to trial.
You might not want to go veteran raiding with it or something. Yeah. You can. I think you can do normal trials with it, but you might struggle on the veteran stuff, I guess.
Oh, there's a box.
Or maybe
Chest.
not.
Chest.
Just thought I'd throw a garden up there. Yeah, chest behind the statue. Nobody's got it yet. It's this one.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, if you see a garden, mostly aimed at Tanya, stand in it. Who's Sergeant Grade 2? Yeah,
Me, probably.
Ulfil is a citizen.
I've got that
Well,
set as a
this
title,
is
have I?
pretty.
Okay, so don't fight in the water. Oh, haven't pulled it yet.
Let's just have a see if whether or not I can tank it on its Sigic ability.
You taunted it.
No, I didn't taunt it, I just had the first dagger on it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think you can, but obviously it can interrupt it.
Sorrow's Bolt. I love that Sigic ability where you just stand there recouping.
Very effective. You see people using it in PvP, and yeah, they're kind of regenerating more health than you're doing to them. It's quite annoying.
In
Lolling
this
at you.
case, we do. The power.
Sister of Rain, I've totally conversed with you fully and read everything you said.
Good, because she could be the difference.
She'll be very helpful in the last fight.
She could be just that touch between life and death on that final bus for us. Oh god, big fault. Wait for Tanya, wait for Tanya, wait for
There's
Tanya.
the chest, look. But there's a chest!
No, it's a personal one. What is that anyway? When somebody opens a chest on the floor.
That's a crown. It's a crown store, I think.
Deal with these trespassers.
Freeze!
Ah, there it is.
Sister Waves, useful.
Where?
I've opened this chest back here, by the way.
Allah, we will make ready.
Meh, didn't see it.
Oh, you've jumped down now.
I got slightly confused. I saw somebody opening a chest and thought you were joking.
Well, I'm sure you'll survive without level 40 odd Arts Cominium kit.
Just
So
about.
it's no big loss.
Sisters to arms.
Six gold.
What does Venomous Claw do? I've got it on my bar and I keep using it. Make an enemy. Oh, okay. It's a dot.
You love it when you got your characters and you've completely forgot what they do. It's like, yeah, this must be good. So for some reason I got it out of the bar.
Press that skill, it's green.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5.
Right, yeah. So there's basically a boss and a snake here. I know you guys know this, but at one point she'll put a
Dome.
throw the snake across the room magically, and then basically put a dome over it, which we need to run to where that snake is. If we don't, it gets very, very bad. You'll get killed by an effect, anything that's not in that dome. The other thing is the snake, it's completely pointless to engage it because it's just there for distraction. It can take a ridiculous amount of stick and doesn't really do a lot. So you stay on the boss essentially, but when she throws a snake and puts a dome over it, go to the dome. But you can still keep killing the boss when you're in the dome.
Gotcha. See a dome, head for it. In fact, see a snake head.
Alright.
Here we go. This is the base. There's the dome. Move to the call yourself a knock tank. Dome, get in the dome. One more dome, other way. Okay.
Sylvie with a monster set. It's a luxury we don't have, isn't it? Very posh.
The old saloons. Can't be a bit saloons.
Oh, hang on. Another weapon's run out of charge. Which one is it? It's my amazing level 14 bow.
Lots, mate. They just charge your bows and everything for you.
Yeah, but considering I never play the character, I wouldn't have set up the mobs
yeah,
anyway.
It came as standard in one of the other mods for some reason.
Bring their heads to the cooler.
Piffles. Oh yeah, I was going to say take the snake out, it's always annoying. Because it lasted a long time.
It was a danger, nevertheless. It's quite a nice looking, satisfying ability, the two-handed execute, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I go for it when they're only at 80%. Yeah, I'll just carry on spamming this. Are you doing...
I'll just carry on.
Are you doing the small attack ability thing. Weaving, thank you.
Well, I try to. I'm not very reliable with
It's
it.
really easy to weave. Click, 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 click. I am
Oh yeah, it does work
yeah.
well with weaving. That.
It's simple.
Maybe it's just more. Maybe it's more obvious animation because the light attack skill looks very different from the skill itself. With the Nightblade one, they both look quite similar, or there's more similar.
My sister, just this.
Alright, follow the nerds.
Your minions are defeated.
Okay, so we want to keep her in the water when she has a shield on. We want to be out of the water when she does lightning attack, and we want to roll through her when she does a frontal attack. Oh, she's coming.
Don't worry about tactics.
I'll
Oh,
be your
keep it over there, mate.
Somebody...
I am undone. Let the waves crash.
It's not fighting the water thing is going well. Tactics. We don't need no stinking tactics.
A harrowing confrontation, and for that, we
I
thank
suppose not.
with their queen destroyed.
She
the
did rather
Avalania
charge
will
us a bit
flee,
early.
and balance
Ah,
will
she
return to its ruins. In
I
time,
think it's because we
all will be well again.
used the one of the abilities from the Nereids. Anyway, law book.
Oh,
here.
that was me. It just said use this, and I clicked X. So, yes.
Well, you go into veterans, and there's an option to do the hard mode one. Do I have to raid that one in?
I just wondered what it did.
I know, there's a really tempting scroll in places. I think, oh, what does this do first time? Oh, yeah, it makes the boss a lot harder.
Do you know, I saw that, I think, in one of the last dungeons we did, or maybe the one before that, and I thought, I remember we kept clicking a scroll. The thing was really difficult, so I thought, optional, read the scroll, then kill the boss. And I thought, let's not do that. I'm not touching the scroll.
When we first started doing veterans, I remember Mond running in and immediately seeing a glowy finger on it and activating hard mode, and then the time after that, after I explained it all, Dave did the same thing. I thought, no, we're not going to do this.
But it's always, there's something to read, so you read it because it's a lore book and you might get a skill point from it.
But if you've actually read it rather than opened it, then you wouldn't then click accept to make it 14 times harder, is the point, I think. But they didn't read it, they went click, click.
Oh, yeah, I probably don't read it either. But I tend to click on stuff and escape, so maybe I would have been alright. Don't know. Anywho, that was really good fun tonight.
You've changed your outfit. Got bored.
Yeah, I didn't like the hat, so I've gone for I think, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Imperial Saintliness or something like that. Hang on, let me just have.
Then we can get Tanya with the bridge trick.
Imperial Chancellor. That's what I am.
Uh-huh.
This is my crappy Larissa. I accidentally dyed it and I can't undye it. It's horrible now. It used to be quite nice. Those white trousers, it's just wrong.
White trousers are bad.
Well, they'd be alright if it wasn't that great big stripe down the front of them. It's a bit 80s.
Oh, the bridge. Yes. This innocent-looking bridge.
Come over the bridge.
Yeah, I think mine's a bit sort of red light district chic, really.
Oh, look at this so innocent bridge. Definitely nothing to worry about on this bridge.
Can't be, we both got across it. Oh, god damn! She got across first time. You told her about it.
I avoided the hole.
Well, yeah, it gets a lot of people the first time, because generally in computer games you can run across the holes in a bridge, can't you? But not that bridge.
I was suspicious when you were all very keen on me running.
Well, yes, obviously we gave you a clue by going on about the bridge a lot.
Maybe I just don't trust you lot.
There's a big pile of Dade's characters' corpses at the bottom of that, I think.
Mondo always used to fall down and then find a chest at the bottom, didn't he?
No, it's right. Where's the exit in this? Oh, gone the wrong way. Ooh! Oh my goodness, thank God we came back this way. No, I thought there was a quest hand in, but it's not.
I think my armour's quite funky. I think it might actually protect you and everything.
Yeah.
Which one did you change it? Did you change it in the end?
No, well, so I did the instance in my usual I just changed a couple of outfits just to see what they look like. I hadn't tried. I was working through them when we suddenly started moving, so I hadn't quite finished my selection of all the outfits. I don't actually like any of the ones. I don't think they suit her. We're too small or something. Not tall and willowy enough. Dresses don't really work.
Right, calling it a night there, chaps. That was excellent. I'll stop the stream now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cheers all.